This document is a culmination of almost 2 years worth of proof and screenshots hinged against some of the most deplorable people I have ever seen who had associated with Lisa Gaming Roblox or still do to this very day, while also providing proof that Lisa Gaming Roblox herself engages in a plethora of illegal and deprived acts. These actions should not go unnoticed to the greater community, and this document, forged by me and multiple other individuals negatively affected by their actions, will finally hold them accountable for what they've done. The premise that they are trolls holds no substantial grip anymore on the legitimacy of what these people have done. It's about time the community shifts their mindset from belittling what Lisa has done to simple trolling to acknowledging her crimes and misdeeds, along with the other people featured in this document. And I heavily urge you all to share this video around the community. So without further ado, I give you the Lisa files. First person I want to talk about is someone who goes by many aliases as presented in the document, but their main name is Kieran. Kieran used to be a friend of Lisa's back in 2020, featuring in many of her videos before, such as her apology videos. And this person has operated a few troll channels too, most notably the Bum Bum Girls, and they have made fun of the Lebanese explosion and multiple people's deaths, such as Nimbles. In the document, I highlight his depraved actions in private Discord GCs with others, and despite him being a minor himself, this absolves him of none of the deprived actions he has committed in the past. He is still in the wrong. Screenshots presented in the document show him posting uncensored images of a man doing something in a group chat with other minors, or yet again posting an image of another naked man. Obviously pushing the clear motive, Kieran has no morals when it comes to what images he can or cannot post to other children. Keep in mind Kieran's age, as of this year, 2022, is either 16 or 17, and the people he associated with in VCs and GCs were younger. Kieran a year ago would make degenerate inappropriate jokes with Sarp, who was 14 years old, which made him feel uncomfortable, and often posted pornography along with his other degenerate friends, like Savannah, to other people in GCs like Curb, who was 13 years old, and they knew of his age beforehand. Despite Kieran a year ago being 15 or 16, this does not make any of his actions excusable, nor morally correct. Especially when Kieran was telling Curb, who was a 12-year-old at the time, of January 2021, that his voice was quote-unquote cute. Very creepy. Also, chat logs provided between Curb and Kieran in a Discord GC illustrate the plethora of disgusting messages ranging from racism to xenophobia that he would receive, often taking digs at his ethnicity or religion, and further strengthening the fact that what Kieran was actually doing behind the scenes was genuinely not acceptable. Now we get to even more serious topics regarding Kieran obtaining and distributing illegal explicit images of minors. Now, to understand the situation, you need to better understand Kieran's friend circle. He has a very weird relationship with multiple people called Jade, Soph, and Dior. Dior being someone who's still publicly friends with Lisa. However, Soph, Jade, and Kieran were all kicked from the community and remained as practically outcasts. As of 2021, when most of the situation transpired, which I'll be covering in this document, it was confirmed Dior was 14, Jade was 13, and Soph was between the ages of 13 or 14. And remember, Kieran was 15 or 16. Back in 2021, what these people did was they created Discord GCs where they would perform the most degenerate things and do the most vile things imaginable, such as instances involving VCs where they would strip off nude and screenshot each other. Keep in mind they're all minors, and it was confirmed he had images of Jade, who was 13 years old, 14 now currently as of this year, while also showing himself naked in front of Jade and Dior. 444 is Jade if you didn't know, while Soph, who was 14, confirmed they sent nudes to Kieran as well. Another thing Kieran would do was post CP and quickly delete it later. Instances are supported via chat logs of SUP confirming this with Curb last year, and back in April when he posted it again under another name, causing many of us in the GC to freak out, with Kieran then stating if I exposed him for it, he would expose my fans to it. And allegedly, he managed to force a 13-year-old to strip naked on camera, and he posted gore to Kirby too. If this all wasn't bad enough, he typically liked to dox people and release their personal information. In early 2021, he used doxbins under my name to forge fake and real doxbins on people, while also attempting to dox Curb's face. However, this wasn't actually him. He also created doxing channels with other people as well. And he called someone's school with a false bomb threat. This is disgusting. Now you know the tip of the iceberg regarding Kieran. It's time to move on to Soph, someone who is also closely associated with Kieran, who's also participated in several GCs along with him, and has also made some of the most deplorable comments possible. She has Kieran's nudes because, as stated previously, her and Kieran and a few others made Discord group chats and voice calls where they flashed themselves and shared images of themselves with each other. Also, earlier last year, I had exposed her for doxing large Royal High YouTubers and making fun of Lizzie Winkle's death several times. So he isn't exactly a stranger to controversy. He is a person with zero morals, and Soph is also known for scamming a lot of people as well, as you can see via this Discord screenshot message. Another point highlighted in the document is that Soph edited an image of Kieran's face when he was 12 onto a sex scene with the other person labelled as Unhydra, who also has child porn, and is associated with Lisa. Soph, as well as many others, also manipulated Mako and edited his face onto inappropriate images, and once confronted about it, made zero effort to show any remorse or apology whatsoever. Mako has also come out saying how they made GCs where they edited selfies of him to put it on sexual images, and also how the Bum Bum Girl leader, also known as Kieran, sent naked images of himself to Mako, who was 14 years old. He practically plays this all off as a joke, yet more Discord screenshots are provided showing gross and unsettling exchanges between Waiting, who is also known as Jade, and Soph, who are both minors, making disgusting comments to one another. While Lixtrons confirms that Soph did have possession of illegal images, they also provided a warning saying Soph threatened to send or do deplorable things to anyone who features and collaborates on this Lisa Files document. And just like Kieran, Soph has sent illegal explicit images of children in a Discord server randomly. And this was evident when I was arguing with him, and he just randomly did it. Before I was to release another video on him exposing his TikTok account, before he quickly deleted it and everyone called him out on it. Clearly a lack of morality is present. The amount of proof that Soph does have possession of this material is clearly evident, and the proof featured in this document only fuels the point that Soph, Dior, and Kieran, and Jade all sent and distributed illegal explicit images of minors and nudes of one another. It is undeniable. And the final person to cover is someone who still has contact and a friendship connection with Lisa Gaming ROBLOX. While Soph, Jade, and Kieran have all done deplorable things and were once part of Lisa's community, they were all eventually kicked out and excluded. All but Dior, who was accepted back in, who with Lisa's help, tried to make a false claim about me paying people off. and luckily for them, it took 2 seconds to find out this person was actually none other than Dior, who is a prominent person involved in CP distribution in Kieran, Soph, and Jade's GCs. And just like Kieran, they go by many different names. Dior has sent gore and dead people to other minors in Discord group chats, attempted to dox Sarp's face publicly by pinging everyone, and lying that he had child porn. However, confirming Kieran did indeed have access to it, but he did lie about Sarp having it, because Sarp doesn't have any. However, this is all a hypocritical statement, as Dior himself has also sent CP before, and more Discord group chat screenshots between him and Soph indicate he was asking for gore images, asking for Soph's nudes as well, and being in GCs where Jade has self-admittedly stated she sent images of her you-know-what to Hydra and everyone else in said GC, meaning that the distribution of a 13-year-old's nudes took place. It is without a doubt that all 4 of these people are guilty, and no matter how many names or aliases they use, they can never hide from their past, or from what they've done. These people have the most weird and unsettling relationship, and have done and participated in some of the most deplorable things you can even imagine. This document barely covers the tip of the iceberg, especially with Dior. He has said some of the most offensive things and made some of the most repulsive videos, doxed multiple people, but yet Lisa still associates with her because Lisa does not care for what these people have done, because as you will learn and come to find out, she is no better than them. Very odd how she's fully aware of what Dior has done, but she continues to remain on good terms and friends with them. Now, the still ongoing drama and conflict I have with Lisa has spanned for almost 2 years now, so I want this situation and document to mark the end to this all. In September/October 2020, I forged a large video on Lisa collaborating with a lot of other people. It was a content nuke style video, which was struck down to alleged mass reporting waves from Lisa's fanbase for harassment and bullying. In said video, in which is archived on certain channels and I now have downloaded, I collaborated with Kieran before he were to commit the most deplorable things months later and I were to expose him in January 2021 for being the Bum Bum Girls. This was due to him recently being excluded from Lisa's community, so he was willing to collaborate with me to expose Lisa. He elaborated on the fact that he recently just spoke with Lisa and Tanya Gaming. Tanya is another friend of Lisa who is also featured in her older videos, and they talked about how Lisa was a main contributor to his nudes being leaked and distributed around Lisa's community. Keep in mind, Kieran in 2020 was about 14 or 15. Due to Kieran having drama with Lisa prior, Lisa felt it was perfectly necessary to leak his explicit images as a form of revenge porn and blackmail if Kieran didn't stop calling her out back in 2020. Gloating that she has specific videos of him or mocking his nudes being leaked along with Tanya, with Kieran further establishing in my video that she did this intentionally to get back at him, which is disgusting. The Snapchat logs between Kieran, who is yellow, and Lisa, who is red, and Tanya, who is blue, show Kieran illustrating the fact that Lisa leaked his nudes, with Lisa stating quote-unquote deserved, highlighting the fact that she has zero remorse for what she did, practically doubling down on her reprehensible actions, and not even recognizing for 1 second that what she did was practically illegal. And now, almost 1.5 years later, after Lisa in Snapchat DMs with Kieran said he was a traitor for helping me with the content nuke video, it was evident she wanted the video taken down because she was guilty. She didn't want people to see these chat logs or know the reality behind who she truly is. Lisa's only defense as of recently, because oddly enough, she knew what points we were going to use against her, almost like it was her guilty conscience, stated the drama was old, as if crime was invalidated by time. Newsflash, it isn't. What she did was illegal and a crime, and it should be taken as that way. She isn't a harmless troll anymore, not a satirical Roblox channel. She is an immoral individual. But if doxing Kieran back in 2020, such as leaking explicit images of him or his face, wasn't overstepping the mark to certain ignorant people, she has doxed many other people. As documented over the course of several months, she attempted to leak Lofi's location to her entire Discord server several times, encouraged people to swat the location given, and quote-unquote delete his Wi-Fi. If you had any misinterpretation that Lisa wasn't attempting malicious harm on Lofi with these comments, you'd be grandly misinformed. It is evident what she was trying to do: incite violence. Swatting is a process of calling the local law enforcement directed to a certain location of the individual you want to target, reporting false claims of hostages, murder or other crimes, meaning that when the law enforcement reaches the location, they treat the situation very seriously, and when the person in the residence has no idea what's going on, the situation can result in death due to miscommunication. Only for the people to find out later that the person they killed was actually innocent and a victim of a false call, e.g. swatting. Meaning Lisa put Lofi or whoever lived in that location in danger. And just like Dior, Lisa also participated in attempting to dox Saab's face to many people on her Discord server, even though the image was later revealed not to be him. And on the topic of Dior, they fell out but recently became friends again. But during the time of their falling out, Lisa attempted to dox all of his information, including his IP address, name, country, and attempted to mock his serious in real life situation, which is a vile thing to do, while also yet again trying to further blackmail by threatening to leak more information if they want to keep quiet. Lisa is commonly known to backstab her friends, if that wasn't clearly established or highlighted earlier. She is kicked, excluded, and betrayed many people she held close in her friendship circles before, and Tanya Gaming was another person she doxed, leaking his phone number publicly on her Discord server for potentially thousands of people to see. But before Lisa backstabbed Tanya, she actually used her Instagram account to message Hello Leash some of the most vile and reprehensible statements under Tanya's name, which she later confirmed with Dior was actually her. So during this whole time with the Hello Leash situation a few months ago, it was actually all Lisa's doing. Whether it is Lisa participating in CPGCs with other disgusting people which I've highlighted earlier in this video, or using countless slurs and vile statements, Lisa will never cease to establish her full unbridled immorality. But on the topic of Lisa, it only gets darker down the rabbit hole. After knowing about a document being made, Lisa Gaming Roblox quickly got her friend Jennifer to contact a person named Chunky, who is 15 as of 2022, this year. And while I advise you to read his entire experience provided in the document, I will summarize it in this video. So basically, in 2019, Chunky was making a The Streets video on Roblox and got into a fight with an exploiter. The problem was that this exploiter was friends with one of Lisa Gaming Roblox's friends called Virtual Lips. Virtual Lips proceeded to get very angry and made some videos quote-unquote exposing Chunky and doing other deprived acts to him and his fanbase, and eventually participated in making a Roblox decal showing his face and what they claimed was an image of his you-know-what, which is disgusting, and is supposed CP. However, Chunky later stated it wasn't his you-know-what, but the image was still most likely CP. Keep in mind, Chunky was 13 on August 2020, which was when the decal was released. Eventually, as the drama died down, Virtual Lips' channel died. However, on June 2021, Lisa's other friend called Jennifer randomly came onto his server and raided it, and spam posted an image claiming it was his you-know-what, which yet again wasn't his. However, Jennifer's intentions to leak this image, claiming it was a minor's nudes, is still deprived and shows her malicious intent. She claims it was just a random picture she got off the internet, and even if this was the case, if she wasn't lying to belittle the situation, she still exposed minors to uncensored nude images, and knowing how Lisa's friends act and behave, this could easily be a lie to cover up the truth, because why would they ever admit to posting illegal explicit images of minors? It wouldn't make their case look any better. Especially when Lisa was panicking trying to make the situation die down behind the scenes, as you will see, and pay people off. Now, after word got around that I would be making a huge video on Lisa and other people, Jennifer got in contact with Chunky and attempted to make amends and apologize to try and minimize the situation and make sure he didn't come out about it. So she added him to a GC with Lisa, who then encourages Chunky to remain silent about it, even blackmailing him with Robux to keep quiet, basically paying him off. Of course, this failed horribly and made both Lisa and Jennifer look way more guilty when he gave the DMs to Fulltrex, who gave the DMs to me. And once I leaked the chat logs on Twitter, obviously both of them started panicking, because paying people off on such a serious situation only paints the picture that there are probably more unheard victims currently. and also completely illustrates how guilty you are. It was evident that both of them didn't want this to become public information. Also, if Lisa was aware of what Jennifer did, the fact that she still remains friends with her, trying to dissolve the situation with her, also looks extremely suspicious. But Jennifer isn't the only friend of Lisa's who needs to be called out. Whether that is Lark the Tart, who made a video of me and Lofi engaging in you-know-what when we are both minors, or laughing when a Lisa troll posted gore on my live stream exposing 800 innocent children to a man's suicide. Lisa has shown time and time again she doesn't care for her friends' vile and deplorable actions. But if I ever did this, she without a heartbeat would jump on the Parlo hate train and feed off the clout she would gain off of it. After this video and document, one can no longer hold on to the shattered idea that these are insignificant and harmless bait accounts. I have been making my point evidence for months now that Lisa is a danger to this community, but I was attacked and ignored for it. Belittlement and excuses were consistently made for these people, and these actions were covered up from the greater public of the Roblox community to eventually overlook and ignore. The mentality people hold that we shouldn't give attention to trolls is warped into a false narrative now that we should ignore their illegal depravity. And because of this, Lisa has gotten away with it. Because she hid behind a shield of satire, which protected her against any form of actual legitimate criticism or call-outs. People saw her as a genius in the community.
Congrats to Lisa Gaming Roblox for hitting 100,000 subs. Why am I congratulating her? Because she honestly deserves it. I mean, the amount of attention we give to her is crazy to me. Yes, I was a contributor one time, but she honestly deserves it. Now, sometimes covering Lisa is justified because of the fact that basically she does some scummy crap. Like when she tried to dox others, deleting houses of course, and some other bullcrap that she did. But honestly, at the same time, what are you really doing? She doesn't care about the exposed videos you do. Nobody does. Nobody does. Nobody does.
But without people like Kaneko Kin, who originally fed her the clout she so desperately needed, she would have never reached her major popularity she's at right now. The single-handedly worst thing this community has ever done was ever acknowledge the presence of Lisa or her community in general. I, as well as many other creators, are guilty for this. But I hope with this document and video opening the eyes to many who so blatantly disregarded the legitimacy behind what I have been trying to say for months now, I hope you realize I was right. The community treated me and many others like fools. Fools for trying to shift people's minds away from what they wanted to believe to what they should acknowledge. Lisa is only known for being a Bloxburg house destroyer or lying about popular YouTubers for clout, when she has done so much worse. She should only be known for her worst actions. I want this stigma regarding Lisa Gaming Roblox to change, and I want Lisa to be the last example of a troll which ever reaches peak popularity in this community again. If the community cannot uphold this standard, then we have all failed. Platforms should be given to aspiring creators, ones with potential, creativity, and a desire to improve the community they're in, to leave a mark on it before they leave. And I believe Lisa was a culmination of all our errors to prevent something which hid behind the idealism of satire to continuously grow. When others saw her benefit, they also decided to follow. We have benefited someone immoral, but I believe we can change that. By spreading this video and other videos like this, the truth can be revealed to those who want it. And no more will people have a twisted perception of the full story. I want every person who knew the name Lisa Gaming Roblox to watch this video and understand the full story and reality behind her and the community she thrives in. Any lies spread regarding this video and I will counter it. Any creators defending, strawmanning and siding with what she did, I will call them out too. Uwina, I'm looking at you. It's about time we hold those accountable, and this time we don't keep quiet and we do not ignore. And once again, for another disclaimer, this video is not intended for cyberbullying or harassment or a form of hate speech. This video is simply just for informative and educational purposes on this serious matter, which is summarized in a documentary type video. Do not go out your way to harass any individual mentioned in this video. Thank you for watching, and make sure to spread this video around the community. #LisaFiles.